Hello and welcome to Madrid Urban Sports Virtual, our very first edition, and it is a peculiar one. I bet you haven't seen this before. We've got a fully online contest, 32 athletes from all over the world. It's going to be a good one. We are here today for the quarterfinals of skateboarding. I'm your host, Mathile Delorme, and I'm joined by the legendary Mr. Kelly Hart, all the way from Venice Beach. Kelly, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. How excited are you about this new competitive format?
This is a pretty wild thing. I'm pretty excited, and I've seen a lot of skateboard contests over the years. This is a great way to kind of go forward what's going on in the world, and this is going to be really interesting.
It's new. It's definitely very different to accommodate to this 2020 climate, but we've got some great video in from the skaters. Everyone seems pumped. We have a really exciting quarterfinal competition lined up for you. Here you can see the quarterfinals skateboard men graphics. Look at those lineups. We've got Jamie Foy and Kelvin Hoffler. What a lineup.
Wow, yeah, those two together battling it out. I don't even know what we're going to see. This could be wild.
We have Lucas Rabelo and Angelo Caro.
Love these guys. They're the young up-and-comers, and these kids, they got a lot to prove, and they're ready to do it. So I can't wait to see this one too.
And again, another international matchup. TJ Rogers from Ontario, Canada, and Aurelien Giraud, the Lyonnais skater. This will be a good one.
Yeah, hey, you said his name great. I've never heard. I don't even know how to say his name. Aurelien.
I'm French, so I get extra points for that one.
That makes sense. I get it now. Okay. But yeah, no, these two are on fire right now, and I think I really am excited to see their footage.
It'll be a good one. And finally, our fourth contest, match to match, will be Andrew Verde, he's a local guy. And we have Chris Joslin from your hometown of California. Is he from Venice Beach too?
No, he's actually from Hawaiian Gardens, I think it is, which is a little closer here to LA. But yeah, he's a local here, and he destroys all the spots. I don't know how he's going to be wild in this. I already know. And then Andrew Verde, I actually know him for a while too. He is an amazing skateboarder, and to see him on this level right now is really cool to see because he deserves it.
Yeah. So 8 riders and only 4 spots to progress to the semifinals. This is fully online. You've probably never seen this before. Here's the competition format. Again, 8 riders. They're going to battle head-to-head in contest. Each rider must do a best trick in a selected spots. We're really going to travel worldwide for this competition. It's very different because we're going to see a whole lot of scenery, and we're going to travel right from the comforts of our own home. For this quarterfinals, we're going to battle with gap. And then the 4 best riders are going to progress for a line battle. And then the big final and the loser final will be on rail. And we have 5 judges with us today to make their decisions on who will progress. What do you think of this format? Different, huh?
Very different. I think going into it, the skaters have to look at it differently than a normal contest. They have to really think about each trick and what they're doing and how it could maybe compare to whoever they're battling next. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It's going to be different. How do you think the skaters are going to react? Normally they're used to skating in front of huge crowds, the adrenaline, everyone applauding for them, and now it's kind of just, in their hometowns, in their local spots. You think that'll help them with the concentration?
I think they could really work with their filmer to figure out what they want to do, and that might make it easier for them to piece it together, because you don't know what you're going up against, which is a really rare thing. You don't see that too often. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
We've got a couple of beautiful videos. Some of the guys did some incredible stuff with their videos. I can't wait to see it. All right, here we go. Let's do it. All right, and here we have the bracket. So we have 8 riders again. 2 will progress from the top bracket and another 2 from the bottom to go into the semifinals. There's a lineup again: Foy, Hoffler, Rabello, Caro, Rogers, Giraud, Verde, and Joslin. Only 4 spots left to grab, and we'll see that tomorrow on the semifinals. I can't wait to see this.
Wow. Yeah, this is I don't know what I'm getting myself into right now. I'm excited.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's see the videos. Foy and Hoffler first up. Wow. So Hoffler from Brazil and Foy from Florida. What do you think of that, Kelly?
It's such a different dynamic of gaps in this scenario, and they're both really hard to do. The Caballero that Kelvin does is more of a classic, typical gap, and then the one Jamie heel flips is a really sketchy bump to bump, which you could just get flown down like a story high, it looks like. So this is, I'm curious to see what the judges say on this one, that's for sure.
Very different formats, two very talented riders. Let's go to the judges. All right, so here we have it. We've got 5 judges with us today. They're going to vote on all 4 of the contests. Kelly, who do we have with us today?
Well, this is a great crew of judges. I've known all of these people for so long. Anthony Claraval, amazing filmer, great dude, been in the industry forever. Danny Wainwright, legendary skateboarder from England. He's an amazing dude. Jesus Fernandez, incredible tech skateboarder, beautiful to watch on a skateboard. Vanessa Torres, amazing, legendary, one of the first women skateboarders to be killing it in the streets.
Right.
And she's been doing great content. I've judged with her on contests. She's amazing. And Alex Braza has been doing a lot for the community in Barcelona, doing Makba life and stuff. He's very in tune with everything, and this is a great lineup for judges.
I'm so pumped to have them with us today. All right, let's go to the first contest, Foy and Hoffler. Wow. I mean,
oh, wow.
Clearly,
yeah.
Hoffler, right?
Yes, I would think so. I mean, I love seeing their answers. It was a Claraval voted for Foy and everyone else did Hoffler. And, you know, I think both tricks were amazing, but I think that the more risk of falling and the bigger gap would probably go to Hoffler in this one. So yeah, I can see why they went that way.
So you're not surprised?
Not surprised.
All right, not surprised. It is Hoffler. He'll advance to the semifinals. Next up, we have Rabelo and Caro. Let's hit it. Let's see. What do they got for us? Wow, and 2 South American riders, right? One from Peru and one from Brazil. What do you think of this?
Well, it's funny because, well, they're both the same type of gaps this time, so it's not like it's hard to compare them. They're pretty similar to compare to, but the one that wrote Lucas skates is actually in my hometown where I grew up, which is very random that he went down there. But the frontside 360 is beautiful, and the switch front to it's amazing too. I think I'm actually curious to see how they're going to judge this differently from each other.
Let's see what the judges think. All right, Rabelo, Caro, here we go. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There was no doubt on that one.
Yeah, I think the rotation that Lucas did on the frontside 360 was just beautiful. And it was like Jeremy Ray-esque from Skateboarder, what I grew up watching. Very turned full 360, landed perfect, and he did it great.
Maybe extra points for the scenery, right? Your hometown.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't say that, but yeah.
All right, it's Rabello across the board. Let's go to Rogers and Giraud. This should be a good one. Let's see it. Wow.
Okay,
I mean,
all right.
You know, there you have it. He's filming in the streets almost every single day, and Giraud as well, such a phenomenal rider. What do you think?
I mean, this is like a switch 180 over that rail drop is like a huge drop. Then you get like the tech trick down like a 10 stair. So it's really 2 different types of gaps again, or tricks at least. I don't know where the judges are going to go on this one. Be interesting to see.
Both very different. Both so much height on those jumps.
Well, the switch 180 that was way taller than the hard flip revert, but then hard flip revert is just technically a harder trick. So we'll see how that goes.
It could really go either way. Let's see what the judges have to say. Rogers and Giraud, here we have it. Ooh,
whoa, okay.
What do you think?
So,
Giraud.
Yeah, I mean, that's a toss in the air. It's like, yeah, it was really, that was the closest we've seen so far. That's a wild one.
Why do you think they went with Giraud?
I think they probably went with Aurelien just based off the technicality of the trick. It's a very trick. That trick is never done by too many people. Only people I've seen do that really is Joslin. So it's not like a lot of people don't do that trick.
And we have him up next. All right, we have 3 semi-finalists. There is 1 spot left. It's between Verde, a local guy, and Joslin from the United States. Let's do it. Who's going to clinch that last spot on the semi-final bracket? Wow, Andrew Verde, local guy here from Madrid, and Chris Joslin, all the way from Cerritos, United States. What do you think of that last lineup?
Well, that was incredible. That beautiful backside 360 from Andrew, but man, that backside Dixon from Joslin is massive. That triple set is huge, and I'm not going to say Joslin's going to win this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if Joslin wins.
I mean, he's one of the best gap skaters in the world right now, right?
Oh, totally. By far, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. We would be surprised, I think, if Joslin doesn't clinch this one. Let's see what the judges have to say. All right, Verde and Joslin across the board.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, you put that against any of these, to be honest, I think that was probably the best clip of all.
I mean, he absolutely dominates
Yes,
in the gap, doesn't he? All right, here we go. We have our semifinalists. It's going to be Hoffler and Rabello. What do you think of that one?
I mean, those are 2 Brazilians going to come in swinging. They always do. So that's a wild matchup itself.
All right, and progressing also to the semifinal, we have Frenchman Giraud and United States Joslin. Again, international contest, going to go head-to-head in the semis. How will they fare?
Well, like I said earlier that the only person that does the hard flip revert is Joslin. So these 2 are like on that same level. Joslin's a little bit more in the game of he's been pro for a while, but these 2 could really do some crazy stuff. I don't know what they're going to do. This is going to be nuts.
I mean, he's been pro for a while, and he's also so young. How old is he? He's 23 or 24, right?
Yeah, he's got to be mid-20s, and I mean, he's been around for a long time now. In my eyes, I've seen him for the last 10 years, I feel like. So he's definitely put it down.
There you have it. That's our semi-final bracket. You can catch the semis tomorrow on Instagram and also put in your predictions. So who you think will win. So take a screenshot, take a good look of this graphic, and let us know who you think will win on Instagram stories. We have another special surprise that we didn't tell you about. The judges have awarded an MVP for this quarterfinals. Let's see who it is. Chris Joslin. They've awarded MVP. Not a surprise?
Not a surprise at all. That backside vixen was insane. That's almost like last trick style right there in your video part.
Here we go. Let's see it again. I mean, wow, right? Kelly, this was just incredible.
It was flawless. Yeah, and that trick, like I said, it would be my last trick in my video part if I did it, because I can't even barely do that trick. But that dude, I'm proud of that kid. He deserves that.
There was no doubt in him sending that one in. So that's it, guys. That is the quarterfinals for the men's skateboarding for the very first edition of Madrid Urban Sports Virtual Edition, a really new competition format. We don't see it often. It's going to be great. We're going to have the semifinals tomorrow on Instagram, on stories. Make sure you put in your predictions there. World Urban Series. Don't miss it. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Venice Beach. How did you enjoy the competition?
I loved it. Thanks for having me. I'm proud to be a part of something so new and to watch these skaters just do their thing in the streets. So thank you for having me. This is great.
The important is to keep them going, right? Thank you so much for being with us today. And thank you, everyone. Don't forget to make your predictions on Instagram stories. And goodbye.
See ya.
I love it when you couscous.